sun is setting. The sun is setting
somewhere in the world.
Los Angeles. People love it the way we pronounce Los Angeles.
Los Angeles.
Los Angeles.
Hercules.
Los Angeles.
Now guys,
Sun is setting. We've been here for how many days now?
3 days, and it's all a blur
Feels
because
like forever.
in like 2.5 days, we've literally got like 10 videos out on every single game that we can get our hands on.
That's right.
And today, guys, we've got more coming for you.
Today we wanted to take you through very quick impressions of Resident Evil 2. We went hands-on with that. We got some captured footage, which is very nice of them to actually let us do that, because most of the time they don't let you record your own footage. We want to tell you what we think about it right now.
Tell you now, it's a scream.
Sam, did you play the original Resident Evil 2?
Of course.
Meme review.
Meme review, YouTube's favorite show.
Did you
Now,
play
I have played number 2, but my favorite was 3. Nemesis, man.
Okay, let's stay on topic. Let's stay on number. Let's stay on topic. Number 2. Did you play it?
Do it. Of course I did. Yeah, definitely. Look, it's so many years ago. I think I literally played that game like 15 years ago, and I haven't picked it up since. Like,
yeah,
it's one of those games, but it's hailed as like the Resident Evil.
It is.
It is good that they're going to be remastering this, and hopefully it's the gateway to do Nemesis. Hopefully, in my opinion. But this one looks fantastic. It's like it looks, you know, the graphics have been redone in such a way that it has an authentic original style to it. Do you know what I'm saying?
It does, because obviously the old Resident Evil games had that fixed perspective and the tank controls, like you walk through an area and there's always the camera in the one spot, doesn't move around. This is fully 3D. I know that sounds really weird to say that, but in 2018, but it is a fully 3D experience, and it does look gorgeous. But yes, it does look very authentic, even though they've taken an entirely different approach to how it's built. It still feels like it used to feel back in the day. And I really that immediately sort of sprung out at me as I picked up the controller. I think the other thing as well is that a lot of the old stuff that we remember from back then is still in there. Like, for example, the typewriter is how you saved your game back in the day. You know, like you find a typewriter.
Herbs.
Oh man, the herbs another story. But the typewriter is that you find it and you're like, cool, I've got my typewriter now. I can now save my game. The level that we played was in the police station. It was, very, very similar in terms of the puzzles that you were having to, work your way through. There was the same statue with the same emblems, the same layouts. It all felt really familiar, but at the same time felt quite fresh.
Because I think Resident Evil games especially, there's a calmness to it when you're playing, and there's a calmness to it that no other game, like, you walk into the room and you just look around at everything. You know what I'm saying? Like the statue, and you take it in slowly. And Resident Evil really does a really great job of keeping you on edge. At the same time, it's quite a calming experience. I don't know if you experienced that, but I've always felt that Resident Evil does it. And the point I'm trying to make is this one
calms you down so that it can then go.
Yeah, pretty much.
Here's my hot take on Resident Evil 2. I feel like every game these days is about how big things are. Every game these days is about like the scale of it. Open world, like biggest world we've ever created. I heard that phrase like 30 times at E3.
So true.
This game, as soon as you walked into it, it was so small and intimate. You could see the map of the police station. It was a small building with a small number of rooms. You had to walk into these spaces and really observe what you saw. Honestly, it made me feel like traveling back in time. Even like the Evil Within 2 that was recently released is a game set in a town. It's in a big town. And obviously, like Resident Evil 2 also goes throughout a town, but it just had a very different feel to it, and it really took me back to how those games used to be made. And I really just enjoyed that nostalgic feeling so much.
I agree with you, because I think that's so true. Like when you're playing this game, you do feel like it's a game that's no longer made like that anymore.
Yeah, they do not make games like this anymore. Even survival horror games, they don't make them like this anymore.
I mean, the quietness to it, the intimate feel that you do, experience in these types of games.
If I was to say one big change that I definitely noticed was like gore factor. Resident Evil 2 is limited by old hardware. It couldn't be as gory as it might have liked to have been, but this is really gory. I mean, we're talking, blood strewn all over the walls, everywhere, body parts. When the zombies eventually arrived, like they look like proper zombies that we know and love today, which obviously a huge step up versus like a billion years ago when this game was first released. The gore factor, it works really well. I think it's a big step up this time.
Yeah, I agree. I think that most games don't require graphics, of course, to like tell the story. But when you're dealing with a survival horror, the gore really adds to that. It really it can make the game a lot more menacing. It can really place you in Raccoon City a lot more if you really see those visuals. So that's a really great reason also why it's been remastered, in my opinion, because you get to like see Resident Evil 2 in like a whole new light.
Yeah, totally. And also, I just hope, fingers crossed, putting it out there, Capcom, Dino Crisis. That is the next remaster that we need.
I want Nemesis, baby.
No, Dino
that's
Crisis
first,
is
man.
going to be first. I want to be scared by Velociraptors.
Yeah.
If anyone played Dino Crisis back in the day, it was the fucking titties. It was the best thing ever. I would love to see it again. But for now, Resident Evil 2, it's out, I think, next year, and it looks pretty cool.
See you, fam.